what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Reacted. It's your boy Dre, and we're about to jump in to another video from more Flakko. This one says Nolan Wells friends caught in their worst lie yet. So we're gonna check it out and see what's going on. This is my second Nolan Wells video I'm watching from more Flakko. So let's see what he's saying.
Nolan Wells friends just keep on exposing themselves. This is crazy. So this dude came on Don Lemon, right? He claims that he's like best friends or he goes to lunch like twice a week with one of Nolan Wells' friends that was at the island with him. He goes to lunch with that friend's dad at least twice a week, right? So he spent the majority of this interview defending white folks, calling out Benjamin Crumb for being racist, the family for increasing racial tension in their small town. So this dude is by no means a friend of Nolan Wells' family, even though that's what he used to get on the show, and then he flipped the script. He did this touching video about how he was the first one to cut Nolan Wells' hair in life, and he knew Nolan Wells as Nolan Wells was a kid. So he comes on and he accidentally reveals something that contradicts everything the friends have told us and actually exposed them, if this is true.
Right? Fascinating. And I want to pivot because a lot of this conversation has focused on the one area that, I feel like Don, you and Emmanuel disagree. But let's pivot back because Emmanuel, you and I chatted and you said, right, you've spoken to the kids there, you've spoken to, Nolan's family, and you know both sides to this. So can you just speak a little bit about, I think a lot of people want to know, those kids are not talking. You've talked to them. What is their theory on what happened to Nolan?
Well, I'm going to tell you what they told me this past Friday night. They said they don't know what happened, but they do believe in their heart that something happened to him. And they said that,
which, by the way, would fall in line and kind of put into perspective how Tatum's entire viewpoint on this case changed. Tatum went from calling everybody who believes that Nolan Wells was murdered, he went from calling us crazy to having an interview with Nolan Wells friends, and then all of a sudden his viewpoint on the situation changed. Now, all of a sudden, he believes that something happened to Nolan Wells, but the friends ain't do it.
So something probably did happen to Nolan Wells because I remember I was listening to a video. One of my friends was showing me a video, and in the back you could hear them saying, "Nolan Wells, don't die. Nolan, don't die." Let me see if I could find that video. What am I typing in? Let me see. So I think this is it.
To connect you.
I think this is it.
Tito Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
Official. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles. Hello.
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
In the beginning, you could hear it a little bit. You can hear someone saying, "Nolan, oh my God."
Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
I can hear that at least. But let's go back to the video.
He was equipped with information after their interview, such as, oh, by the way, we know there's this drug dealer that was actually on the island that gave Nolan Wells coke, and we've seen Nolan Wells do coke. But then they told Tatum, we ain't do it
Oh
though.
wow.
Nolan Wells, the
Yo, you
star
see?
athlete and the only black kid, was the only
So
one.
that there was a drug dealer on the island who gave Nolan Wells coke. Where they getting their updates from? They need to point me to the sources. Flakko, put your sources in the description.
Doing hard drugs on an island, nobody else was. Okay, buddy. They also claim there's this. Oh, by the way, we have this friend who sent this message and this DM to this person, telling this person, right? Telling this person, oh, by the way, I seen you have an altercation with Nolan Wells. You're going to jail, buddy. So none of this was public record until Tatum did the interview with them, and they told Tatum that, right? From, again, that's my opinion, because Tatum never said who told him, but he had that information shortly after their interview.
I really want to go.
So if the parents of Nolan Wells don't have this information and only...
I really want to go and listen to this. Let me just listen to more.
Officer Tatum does, but yet the friends are claiming that they disclosed everything to the parents. That's clearly contradictory. This man is about to explain, well, about to expose the nightmare that we all suspected, right? We all kind of knew this, but we didn't know. Watch this.
They believe in their heart that something happened.
Duh, of course.
And they said they don't really want to talk to people anymore. And I was glad you brought that in, because I was going to mention this to Don a second ago. They saying that they don't like the way that, the reason why they really don't want to give interviews anymore, they don't like the way that the outside people has been treating Black Mississippians. I'm just telling you what they say. They say they're not believing what we're saying. They think that we this racist place down here, and so we don't really want to give them interviews anymore. That's exactly what was told to me.
What? Wait. Huh? Hold on. You must not be talking to no. Okay, I think he meant we talked to Nolan Wells' black friends. You must not have been talking to the white friends. The white friends didn't say the reason why they stopped doing interviews, because, wait, which black friend did an interview? This is so confusing, because which black friend did it? Javon did an interview. The mixed kid did an interview, but that kid said he identified as white. Like, that kid says, my black family ain't do nada for me. My white friends were the only people there for. So that kid identifies as white. So what black friends were you talking to? Because we didn't see a slew of interviews from black friends. No, we seen Warren's interview, and we seen the mixed kid interview, which he identifies as white. So it's contradictory. When he says, yo, they are not doing interviews anymore, that would imply that these are black friends that have done interviews in the past. But then you also says they said they're not doing interviews because of how the media has spoken about Black Mississippians, as if they. This makes no sense. Let's run this back. This makes no sense.
We this racist place down here, people has been treating Black Mississippians. I'm just telling you what they say. They say they're not believing what we're saying. They think that we this racist place down here, and so we don't really want to give them interviews anymore.
So let me get this straight. Let me help me understand this, okay? Nolan Wells friends claim they know information that could help the public, that could help this investigation, that could help people at ease or figure certain things out when it comes to Nolan Wells and this homicide investigation. Again, Nolan Wells.
So they knew what happens to him. So they had to know what happened to him. They had to. I think, you know what I think? And it just may seem a little bit primal and basic, but I think he died on accident. I think he died on accident, and they try to cover it up because they're connected in some type of way. That's what I think. And it's just going bad right now. It's going real bad. It sounds, and stuff, new stuff keep coming out. Like all I gathered so far, I just heard that supposedly there was a drug dealer on the island. What else? Let me keep playing it.
His cause of death is still unknown. They have information that could contribute or help the public find out what happened to Nolan Wells. They're saying we not doing any more interviews because y'all hurt our feelings. Yo, I'm gonna be real. Yo, if this Nolan Wells situation is not an eye opener to a lot of you guys, to be very careful in who you call friends. Be very careful in who you call friends. I don't think Nolan would have expected this behavior from his so-called friend.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The whole situation sounds crazy. Because it's fucked up. We go together to an island, and you ain't check to see if I get back, or you ain't make sure I get back. So that means something happened. That means something happened, and supposedly they had his phone too. What?
Hey, we not giving information that could help solve Nolan's murder because y'all hurt our feelings. Y'all called Mississippi race, and I'll be real, I'm not even buying that either, bruh. This dude is one of the biggest Uncle Ruckuses, tap dancing sellouts you'd ever witnessed. This entire interview was filled with this. So this could very well be just propaganda. This dude could very well be using Nolan Wells' death as propaganda to defend them white folks. I don't even imagine a black teenager saying, yeah, we're not gonna speak anymore because of how they're talking about Mississippi. They talking about Mississippi like it's racist. And there's good white folks we live while they've been good to us our entire lives. So because you guys is calling them white folks racist, we not talking. What? What type of teenager speaks like that? It sounds like this dude right here. It sounds like this adult is using the death of Nolan Wells to spread the tap dancing propaganda he want to spread. That don't sound like a realistic thing Nolan Wells friends will say. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not buying this, man.
But going back to your point,
I mean, Flacco making his good points because he said that they stopped doing interviews because they're making Mississippi sound racist. I definitely think not much black friends did interviews, if any at all. And that's not something the black friends would say.
you said that they think something happened to Nolan.
Yeah.
What do they think happened?
You said he said they don't know what happened, but what are do they have any ideas? Are they giving you any theories?
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
No. One of them told me that they gave to the police about a week or so ago the last two people Nolan was seen with. One was a girl, one was a guy. And
a week and a half ago, understand this. This is August 5th. We're in August 5th. A week and a half ago.
That's OD.
In August 5th. Nolan Wells parents contacted all of them on July 4th. Do y'all know anything that we don't know?
Yeah,
Do y'all know
that's
anything
OD.
that could help us? Please help us. A week and a half ago would have been July 25th. So 21 days after Nolan Wells' death, the friends who, if you know who the last person Nolan was with now, that you knew it when on July 4th, so they concealed that information for 21 days and was forced to tell the police after the public pressure mounted. Come on, bro. What are we talking about here, man? Nobody find it suspicious? Oh, a week and a half ago, 21 days after Nolan Wells has been dead, they finally remembered, oh, wait, hold on, no, he was with these people last. What? And now they saying they witnessed an altercation with Nolan Wells and somebody else. But yet they tell you that if you believe that they're suspicious, if you believe that the friends can't be trusted, now you a race hustler and you a grifter. Excuse me, you.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, that's suspicious, y'all. Y'all, that's kind of suspicious. The situation is like, yeah, the only black guy that doesn't make it back. It's like bound to sound in that type of way. But also the situation is suspicious. He's still the only one that didn't made it back for real, for real. And y'all having his phone, y'all keeping this information, y'all not helping for real. Y'all only helping when y'all get spanked. He's making good points.
You guys just remembered that Nolan Wells was in an altercation with somebody 21 days later? After the family have pled with y'all from day one to please tell us everything y'all know, now you guys are remembering new things 21 days later? This is nasty stuff, bruh. This is nasty. Oh my God.
About a week or so ago, the last two people Nolan was seen with, one was a girl, one was a guy.
Okay.
And I won't be giving their names, of course, because I don't need nobody trying to sue me. But that's what I was told, that it was a guy and a girl that they was last seen with on the island. And I want to say this too about the lady that took that video and chopped it up and was able to pull up. If that video is true, Don and Daniel, if that video there is true, it's a lot of people in trouble in Ocean Springs. It's a lot of people voices on there. Now, a lot of people are debunking it, saying that she's lying, it's AI, it's wrong. Where she got that straight from, I think it was on YouTube. She said she pulled it off of YouTube from the towing company, whatever.
From Nancy Grace.
She's not here to defend herself, but what she did say, but as she was putting the video out, is that this is my interpretation. It should not be the only interpretation, and it should not be taken as fact or 100% fact. So I think, you know, I think she made her case, but I don't think people are believing that. People are having confirmation bias about what they're hearing or not hearing on the tape. Some people say, I don't hear anything, and some people legitimately don't hear anything. Right? And some people do.
You could hear it. You could hear it. I hope y'all hear it. Let me try to find it again.
Audio from a 911 call from Nolan Wells' boat now revealed. Here's more from CBS News.
We know more tonight about the boat that brought Nolan Wells and his friends out to Horn Island off the coast of Mississippi this 4th of July, a trip that turned out to be the last that Wells would ever take alive. CBS News has obtained a recording of an emergency call made from the boat when it left the island around 4:30 p.m. without Wells, according to friends. The 23-foot boat had 7 people on board, according to the caller, who said the boat was taking on water and sinking.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
GPS records show the boat did make it back to the mainland safely that evening. Wells' body, meanwhile, was found 2 days later.
So still so many remaining questions.
Breaking news tonight in the Nolan Wells investigation.
We're just thinking, I don't know, like we're
here.
Found it, y'all.
Was more time, please.
Y'all ready? Sure he's dead. Is he dead? Nolan. Oh my God. Nolan.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
So y'all. So a lot of people know. A lot of people should have a lot more to say because there was a lot more voices in that recording. Okay? But yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Pull it back. I'm gonna play it again.
What did we?
Ankles.
it's working. We're sinking. Can y'all?
Wouldn't you want?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn.
Detail assistance. Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Nolan don't die. That's what they were saying.
So
one thing I think that she did say was the name Bart. Well, she heard that from somewhere because she don't know nobody out there, and it was a Bart out there.
Yeah,
you know, so it may be some credence to what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm hearing is Bart's father is suing people for, slander. And according to the black guys that was around in the surrounding situation, they cleared Bart.
How this is like the suspicious stuff. This dude, again, I have a fuller deep dive on this guy. We're going live to break down this dude interview completely. We're going live to break down his interview, the full interview. Okay, the black guys. And when he was confronted about this, what black guys are you talking about? It's just Nolan Wells' black friends who apparently were not present. They weren't there. They have no idea what took place on that island. But the quote-unquote people who were not on the island cleared Bart of all wrongdoings, even though they were not on. So how they clear Bart if they were not on the boat? So the black friends who were not on the boat cleared Bart of all wrongdoing. So how they clear him when he was not on, when they weren't on the boat? It sounds like he kept repeating that. He kept repeating that because he came on here to run propaganda. Bro, you gotta be one of the nastiest human beings on planet Earth, bro, to come on a national platform and utilize somebody's death to run propaganda. This entire interview he spent was trying to chastise Don Lemon and others for calling out Mississippi for its racist past, right? So watch him explain how black friends who were not on the boat could clear Bart of wrongdoing. This makes no sense
and according to the black guys that was around in the surrounding situation, they cleared Bart.
Okay, how?
So you've talked to people who know Bart?
Yeah. And they were black. These were black guys.
And were they out on Horn Island, or how are they able to clear Bart?
This particular black guy, he was at the house that...
Peep how it went from black guys to black guy. The black guys cleared Bart. Then it went to this particular black guy. All right, bro. All right, son.
He was at the house that night. Son. He did see Nolan car keys on the table. That's what he told me.
He was at the house July 4th night.
Right.
On the car, you said he saw his keys on the table. Right. Where back at their apartment? Back at one
of them house. Yes, back at one of them house. I don't know.
Let's go
to. Was at.
Is it in Ocean Point? Where do they live?
Ocean Springs.
Ocean Springs. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
But I don't know no more details on that. That's just what I was told. And I'm just repeating what I'm told, and take it with a grain of salt or take it however you want to,
What do you think happened?
Let me tell you something. I've been asked that question so many times, even on other national radio talk shows and whatnot. I can't. It's so much stuff coming out, so many different variables, man. I can't say what happened.
I bet.
I'm not willing to say.
I bet.
What I think partially happened.
I bet.
But it's a movie, a Netflix series. I believe it's called Your Honor. I don't know if you ever seen that.
You must rather swallow glass, right? You must rather swallow nails than to criticize white folks.
If that is the truth, then we looking at a lot of cover up here. But here's the other side to this.
You don't say, buddy.
I know the sheriff.
I bet.
I know Mike. You know Ledbetter.
Right. I know Mike Ezell.
I bet.
He was the sheriff, and he's now a sitting congressman. It's hard for me to believe those guys gonna turn a blind eye when if it was any foul play. I just don't see that man walking away. Now, did he speak prematurely? I believe once they found his body, I believe it looked like a drowning when you first take a look at it. But what sparked suspicion is when the mom, Christine, started making phone calls about what happened to my son, how this happened, whatever. Then she started getting "mom is the word." Well, that sparked suspicion. Well, that is a problem now. Now,
come on. Mom is the... They're saying the suspicion got sparked once the mom began to call the friends asking, yo, like, what's going on? And they went mom. But they initially says they cooperated and told the parents everything they know, and they knew nothing else. Now, the family friend is saying, after speaking to both sides, that when the mom was calling around, when everybody went mum, That's when the sheriffs got suspicious. That's when the parents got suspicious. That's when everybody got suspicious. So he's saying that the friends went mum at first. The friends was all quiet. They didn't want they ain't want to say a word. They lawyered up. That goes against everything we've been hearing. But also too, that's not surprising. Because 21 days later, now all of a sudden they remember who Nolan Wells was last seen with. 21 days later, they all of a sudden remember, oh, Nolan Wells was in an altercation.
No, I'm gonna give a deep conspiracy with this. Suppose this stems as far as Nolan Wells accidentally being killed by someone else, and that someone else is part of a secret society, and they had to cover all of this up so that person doesn't get in trouble. That's that. That's why they mentioned you. That's why he mentioned, Your Honor, because Your Honor is a bunch of cover-ups with lawyers, congressmen, judges. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
21 days later, oh yeah, there was this drug dealer. Like come on, bruh. If they would have told Nolan Wells' family all this information from day one, then we wouldn't be here. There wouldn't be a grave deal of speculations regarding the friends. Man, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all believe, that the friends really went mum? Do y'all think this dude is credible? Let me know in the comment section, bro. This is just, oh my God. This is terrible.
That's it, y'all. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'ma holla at you.